So herbivores have a better energy conversion of efficiency than carnivores. The medulla oblongata, which controls breathing as well as blood pressure, heart rhythms and also swallowing. Lacteals are nothing but small vessels responsible for absorbing fat. So molecular biology concerns with what? The molecular basis of biological activity between biomolecules in the various systems of a cell. Hello everyone, welcome back to Karnataka CET 2005 Biology Paper Analysis. Myself, B. Shobharani from the Department of Biology, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence. So once again, welcome back. Already we are in analysis of KCET 2005. KCET 2005 Biology Paper Analysis. So we started off from 2020. And now we are in 2005. So many biology papers we have solved. Hope it is of great help to you all. Moving on to question number 1. Which of the following tissue originates exclusively from the ectoderm of embryo? Option A, epithelial tissue. Option B, muscular tissue. Option C, connective tissue. And option D, nervous tissue. I think we all know there are three germ layers. That is ectoderm, endoderm and middle mesoderm. So this is outer, this is mid, that is three germ layers, that is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, which give rise to different types of tissue. So the tissues derived from the ectoderm. Here they are given which of the following tissues originates exclusively from the ectoderm. So the tissues derived from the ectoderm are not all epithelial tissue, very few epithelial tissues, then all nervous tissue, then salivary gland, mucous glands of the nose and mouth. So one of the tissues among all this which is derived from ectoderm is nervous tissue. So option A, epithelial tissue is wrong. Option B, muscular tissue is wrong. Option C, connective tissue is wrong. Option D, nervous tissue is correct. So option D, nervous tissue is correct. Moving on to question number 2. The pyramid of energy is always upright for any ecosystem. This situation indicates the fact that we know ecological pyramids. There are three types: pyramid of energy, pyramid of biomass and pyramid of number. So the pyramid of energy is always upright for any ecosystem. This situation indicates the fact that option A, carnivores have a better energy conversion efficiency than herbivores. B, producers have the lowest energy conversion efficiency. C, herbivores have a better energy conversion efficiency than carnivores. Then energy conversion efficiency is the same in all trophic levels. So in any ecosystem, flow of energy declines as it passes from lower to higher trophic level. For example, from producers to tertiary consumers. Hence, pyramid of energy is always upright, indicating that herbivores have a better energy conversion. So herbivores have a better energy conversion of efficiency than carnivores is the right answer. Each successive trophic level has less total energy. As we know, when food energy passes from one trophic level to another trophic level, the same amount of energy is not transferred. Only 10% of energy is transferred from one trophic level to another trophic level. So the answer is herbivores have a better energy conversion efficiency than carnivores. So option A, carnivores have a better energy conversion than efficiency than herbivores is wrong. Producers have the lowest conversion efficiency is wrong. Herbivores have a better energy conversion efficiency than carnivores is correct. Option D, energy conversion efficiency is the same in all trophic level is wrong. So option C is correct. Option C is correct. Moving on to question number 3. Gynoecium in the members of family Leguminaceae is composed of option A 1 carpel, option B 2 carpels, option C 3 carpels and option D 5 carpels. The units of gynoecium are called as what? Carpels. Based on the number of carpels, they might be monocarpellary, that is 1 carpel, bicarpellary, 2 carpels, tricarpellary, 3, more than 3, multicarpellary. So, in Leguminaceae, which is also called as Fabaceae family, the ovary is superior and monocarpellary. So, having only 1 carpel, unilocular, 1 locule with many ovules and style is single. So, it is monocarpellary, that is 1 carpel is the right answer. Option A 1 carpel is correct. Option B 2 carpels is wrong. Option C 3 carpels is wrong. Option D 5 carpels is wrong. So option A that is 1 carpel is correct. Moving on to question number 4. Identify from the following the compound that links glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Option A pyruvic acid, option B oxaloacetic acid, option C acetyl-CoA and option D lactic acid. Glycolysis is the first step of cellular respiration and is common to both aerobic and anaerobic because it occurs in the absence of oxygen. So it is common to both aerobes and anaerobes. The product of glycolysis is what? Pyruvate, which is oxidized to acetyl-CoA, and it is acetyl-CoA that enters mitochondria and takes part in Krebs cycle. So identify from the compound that links, it is acetyl-CoA which links glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Option A pyruvic acid is wrong. Option B oxaloacetic acid is wrong. Option C acetyl-CoA is correct. Option D lactic acid is wrong. So option C acetyl-CoA is correct. Moving on to question number 5. Which part of the human brain controls the breathing movements? Option A cerebellum, option B medulla oblongata, option C cerebrum and option D diencephalon. As we know, the different parts of the brain are mainly involved in controlling various physiological processes, and what is that part of brain which is responsible for controlling the breathing movement? So it is the medulla oblongata which controls breathing as well as blood pressure, heart rhythms and also swallowing. So you can call it as medulla oblongata as a control center for the heart and lungs. So obviously lungs means it is very much involved in controlling the breathing movements. So it is medulla oblongata. Option A cerebellum is wrong. Option B medulla oblongata is correct. Option C cerebrum is wrong. Option D diencephalon is wrong. So option B medulla oblongata is correct. Moving on to question number 6. When the chromosome number of a given organism has one additional chromosome in one of the homologous pairs, the condition is known as option A monosomy, option B trisomy, option C nullisomy and option D polyploidy. As we know, the change in the chromosomal number will lead to a condition called what? Aneuploidy. And it is due to like monosomy, that is 2n minus 1, trisomy, that is 2n plus 1, nullisomy, that is 2n minus 2, right? So tetrasomy 2n plus 2. So what is aneuploidy? Unbalanced set of chromosome. So trisomy is the chromosomal disorder. Here 2n plus 1. So given has one additional chromosome. So trisomy is a chromosomal disorder characterized by an additional chromosome. So the person will have 46 chromosomes 47 chromosomes instead of 46. So that +1 may be to an autosome or to an allosome. So if it is to an autosome, it is called autosomal disorder, and if it is that addition +1 extra chromosome, if it is added to a sex chromosome, it is called allosomal disorder. So for example, like Down syndrome. Down syndrome is also called as 21st trisomy, where the additional one extra chromosome is added to the 21st autosome, 21st pair of autosome. So it is trisomy. Option A, monosomy, is wrong. Option B, trisomy, is correct. Option C, nullisomy, is wrong. Option D, polyploidy, is wrong. So option B is correct. Moving on to question number 7. If a germ cell in a female gonad and a germ cell in a male gonad begin undergoing meiosis simultaneously, what will be the ratio of ova and sperms produced? Option A, 1:2. Option B, 1:1. Option C, 2:1. And option D, 1:4. In males, from one primary spermatocyte, we know how many? 4 haploid spermatids are formed through a process called spermatogenesis. Whereas in females, after meiosis, 1 ova and 3 degenerated polar bodies are formed. Thus, there is only 1 functional ova in case of females and 4 functional spermatids or sperms in case of males. So will only be single ovum. Therefore, the ratio of ova and sperm produced is 1:4. So option A, 1:2 is wrong. Option B, 1:1 is wrong. Option C, 2:1 is wrong. Option D, 1:4 is correct. So option D is correct. Moving on to question number 8. Soil conservation is a practice in which? Option A, soil is well aerated, soil is protected from being carried away by wind and water, soil erosion is allowed, soil fertility is enhanced. So what is soil conservation? Protecting the fertile soil. As we know, when there is heavy rainfall, there is runoff water, and most of the fertile soil is washed off. So soil conservation is a practice in which particularly the bare exposed area and highly susceptible sites like the steep slopes need to be protected from the wind and water. So soil conservation is protecting the soil from being carried away by the wind and water is the correct answer. So option A, soil is well aerated, is wrong. Soil is protected from being carried away by wind and water is correct. Is a practice in which soil is protected from being carried away by wind and water is correct. Soil erosion is allowed is wrong. Soil fertility is enhanced is wrong. So option B is the correct answer. Moving on to question number 9. The main function of lacteals in the villi of human small intestine is the absorption of option A, glucose and vitamins. Option B, amino acids and glucose. Option C, fatty acids and glycerol, and option D, water and mineral salts. So what are lacteals? Lacteals are nothing but small vessels responsible for absorbing fat, a biomolecule called fat in the small intestine. So fats are made up of what? Fatty acid and glycerol. What are the building blocks of fats? Fatty acid and glycerol. Occurring in finger-like villi of the ileum, lacteals have a milky appearance and drain into the lymphatic system. So before fat can pass into the lacteal, bile from liver emulsifies the fat. What is emulsification? As we know, the fat is it is difficult for the whole fat to digest. So it is converted into what? Emulsified fat. Emulsification or soapification with the help of bile into small droplets for the action of the enzyme called lipase. So it is fatty acid, and fat means fatty acid and glycerol. So option A, glucose and vitamins, is wrong. Option B, amino acids and glucose, is wrong. Option B, so it is mainly absorption of what? Fats. That is fatty acid and glycerol is right. Option D, water and mineral salts, is wrong. So option C is correct. Moving on to question number 10. A microorganism, when viewed under a compound microscope with an objective lens of 40x and an eyepiece of 10x magnification, measured 4000 microns in length. The same microorganism, when observed under a dissection microscope with a lens of 10x magnification, would measure what? 100 microns, B 40 microns, then C 400 microns, and D 10 microns. So as we know, there are two types of microscopes, that is compound microscope and dissection microscope or simple microscope, where in compound microscope, two lenses are used, and in simple microscope only one lens is used. So here multiply magnification of the lenses together, that is the eyepiece and the objective. So here, for example, if the eyepiece magnification is 10x and the objective in use has a magnification of 4x, then the total will be 10 into 4, that is 40 microns. Here m total is equal to m objective into magnification of objective into magnification of eye lens. So magnification total is equal to 40 into 10, that is 400. So here it is given 4000 microns. So 400, that is 400 into, that is 4000 microns is equal to 400x. Then what would be for 10x? So 4000 by 400 into 10, that is 100 microns. So option A 100 microns is correct. Option B 40 microns is wrong. Option C 400 microns is wrong. Option D 10 microns is wrong. So option A is correct. Moving on to question number 11. Leaf fall occurs in a tree when there is an increase in the concentration of what? Auxin, A auxin, B abscisic acid, C cytokinase, D gibberellin. So all these are different types of plant hormones, or otherwise called as phytohormones. So leaf fall occurs what? Due to abscission layer, formation of a layer called abscission layer due to abscisic acid. So pre-falling will take place. So there is an increase in the concentration of abscisic acid, then the leaf fall will occur, pre-falling of leaf. So abscisic acid is a plant hormone involved in various physiological processes of a plant. As we know, it is involved in various physiological processes, and it also promotes what? Formation of an abscission layer below near the petiole of a leaf, and hence the name abscisic acid. So its concentration increases as plant ages and ultimately results in the leaf fall. So it is involved in the aging process of the plant. So answer is concentration of which hormone? It is abscisic acid. So option A auxin is wrong. Option B abscisic acid is correct. C cytokinin is wrong. Option D gibberellin is wrong. So option B is correct. Moving on to question number 12. Which of the following is a disease resistant high yielding breed of poultry developed in Karnataka? Option A white leghorn. Option B asil. Option C Plymouth Rock, and option D Giriraja. Asil chicken, which is also known as asil, is the breed of the chicken which is developed in Karnataka, which is being used as what? Fighting cocks. And even Giriraja also is being reared in Karnataka, developed in Karnataka also, because it is disease resistant and high yielding breed of poultry. Answer is asil. So option A white leghorn is wrong. Option B asil is correct. Option C Plymouth is wrong. Option D. So option B asil is correct. Moving on to question number 13. Sertoli cells are nourishing cells in the testes. They also secrete a hormone. Identify the same. Option A testosterone. Option B gonadotrophin. Option C inhibin, and option D relaxin. Testosterone, as we know, the Leydig cells or the interstitial cells of the testis produces testosterone, which is a male hormone. Gonadotrophin is produced by hypothalamus. Inhibin is a hormone which is produced by the Sertoli cells. Relaxin by the corpus luteum. So inhibin is secreted by Sertoli cells, which are called as the nourishing cells. As you know, the germinal layer produces two types of cells. The germinal layer of the seminiferous tubules produces two types of cells, that is the Sertoli cells and the germ cells. So germ cells will get converted into sperms, whereas the Sertoli cells nourish the developing sperm. So addition to that, they produce a hormone called inhibin, which suppresses follicle stimulating hormone called FSH. So answer is inhibin. Option A testosterone is wrong. Option B gonadotrophin is wrong. Option C inhibin is correct, and option D relaxin is wrong. So option C inhibin is correct. Moving on to question number 14. Molecular biology is concerned with the study of all aspects of microorganisms. Option A Option B, structure and functions of polymers of life. Option C, the chemistry of living organisms. Option D, the process by which molecules of chemical substance organized into primitive form of life. So molecular biology concerns with what? The molecular basis of biological activity between biomolecules in the various systems of a cell, including the interaction between DNA, RNA, proteins and its synthesis, as well as the study of structure and function of polymers of life. So with the study of what? Molecular biology is concerned with the study of structure and functions of polymers of life. So option A, all aspects of microorganism is wrong. Structure and functions of polymers of life is correct. The chemistry of living organism is wrong. The process by which molecules of chemical substance are organized into primitive form is wrong. So option B is correct. Moving on to question number 15. The inner, darker and harder portion of secondary xylem that contact water in an older dicot stem is called. Option A, bast. Option B, alburnum. Option C, duramen. And option D, wood. So what is bast? It is nothing but the secondary phloem. Then alburnum, outer light color functional secondary xylem. Duramen, the central or inner hard colored secondary xylem. And wood, secondary xylem formed during secondary growth from vascular cameo. So the answer is what? Duramen. Option A, bast is wrong. Option B, alburnum is wrong. Option C, duramen is correct. And option D, wood is wrong. So option C is correct. Moving on to question number 16. The following figure shows the stomatal apparatus. Identify the parts A, B, C and D. Choose the correct answer from the following. Subsidiary cells, chloroplast, stoma, guard cells. So here A, we can say that there are two bean-shaped guard cells. Then B is chloroplast. Here you can see it is marked as what? Chloroplast. Then C is stoma. Then D is subsidiary cells. So this is the picture of a stomatal apparatus. Stomatal apparatus. So A is guard cells, B is chloroplast, C is stoma and D is subsidiary cells. We'll go for A is guard cells. So here it is subsidiary cells. So this is wrong. Here A is guard cells. Okay. Here subsidiary cells is wrong. Here also A is guard cells is correct. Go for the next one. B is chloroplast. Here B is stoma. So this is wrong. Here B is chloroplast correct. C is stoma. Here it is chloroplast wrong. So here it is correct. D subsidiary cells. So option D is the correct one. A guard cells, B chloroplast, C stoma, D subsidiary cells. So option D is the right option. Moving on to question number 17. In which of the following plants there will be no transpiration? Option A, plants living in deserts. Option B, aquatic submerged plants. And option C, plants growing in hilly regions. Option D, aquatic plants with floating leaves. I think all of us know that aquatic submerged plants have no stomata on the leaf surface because these plants don't require stoma because they are in water and so transpiration will not take place. So stoma pore which is meant for gaseous exchange is not present. Instead, the gaseous exchange takes place through simple physiological process called diffusion through the leaf surface, and even cuticle layer is also absent. As we know, transpiration is called as a necessary evil. So answer is aquatic submerged plants. So option A, plants living in desert is wrong. Option B, aquatic submerged plant is correct. Option C, plants growing in here. In all this transpiration takes place, and this is also wrong. So option B is the right answer. So moving on to question number 18. Which of the following groups of algae do not have eukaryotic organization? So option A, blue-green algae, option B, green algae, option C, golden-brown algae, and option D, red algae. Similar to monorans are blue-green algae which are prokaryotes. So which do not have eukaryotic organization is because blue-green algae is prokaryotic and do not contain a true nucleus. So option A, blue-green algae is correct. Option B, green algae is wrong. Option C, golden-brown algae is wrong. Option D. Red algae is wrong. So option A is correct. Moving on to question number 19. Identify from the following a hormone produced by the pituitary gland in both males and females but functional only in females. That means non-functional in males. So what is that hormone? Option A, relaxin. Then option B, vasopressin. Option C, somatotrophic hormone. And option D, prolactin. So the answer is prolactin. Why? Because we know prolactin, which is also known as lactogenic hormone, the very word itself will tell you, stimulates the production of milk in mammary glands in females during pregnancy and after the childbirth, and it is secreted in males also, but remains non-functional in males. So the hormone which is produced both in males and females, but functional only in females and non-functional in males, is prolactin. Option A, relaxin, is wrong. Option B, vasopressin, is wrong. So option C, somatotrophic hormone, is wrong. Option C, prolactin, is correct. Moving on to question number 20. Which one of the following is not a characteristic feature of bryophytes? Option A, filamentous rhizoids. Option B, dominant gametophytic generation. Option C, vascular tissues. And option D, amphibious habitat. As we all know, bryophytes are called amphibians of the plant kingdom because they require water to carry on to complete their life cycle. Bryophytes, they are called as non-vascular plants because they do not have vascular tissues. So what are vascular tissues? Namely xylem and phloem. They don't have, so they are called as what? Non-vascular. So they do not have vascular tissues, namely xylem and phloem. Instead, they have conducting strands to transport water, minerals and other food materials. As we know, xylem is a water conducting tissue and phloem is a food conducting tissue found in vascular plants. So, but that is absent in bryophytes. So, vascular tissues is not the characteristic feature of bryophytes. Option A, filamentous rhizoids, is wrong. Option B, dominant gametophytic generation, is wrong. Option A, vascular tissue, is correct, and option D, amphibious, is wrong. So option C is the correct answer. Hope you all have understood the 20 questions of this Karnataka CET 2005 biology paper analysis. So I'll be back with part 2.